On September 20th, 1977, one of the most famous UFO phenomena in the history of the Soviet Union occurred, the Petrozavodsk UFO phenomenon. This is a very well-known fact, but we have secret materials and photographs about this phenomenon from the Soviet archives that were hidden for decades. In the evening of September 20th, many residents of the city of Petrozavodsk noticed an unusual phenomenon in the sky, a bright light moving across the sky and changing colors. Soon, these observations became so widespread that they became the topic of conversations on radio and television. Among the witnesses were not only ordinary citizens, but also witnesses from the Petrozavodsk military base. Soon after the incident, the first reports of illnesses in some witnesses began to arrive. They developed headaches, nausea, and other symptoms. The event aroused great interest among scientists and government agencies. A special commission was organized to study the phenomenon. As a result, several versions were put forward about what could have happened that day. Some scientists assumed that the observations were related to the interception by American satellites. Others believed that it was an ordinary meteor, and others claimed that it was a phenomenon related to UFOs. However, until now, the Petrozavodsk UFO phenomenon remained a mystery. It attracts the attention of both scientists and fans of mysterious phenomena. Some believe that it was a real contact with alien civilizations. This phenomenon is accurately described in secret archives. As you know, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, there was chaos and wars in the former republics almost everywhere. Plus, poverty, devastation, and corruption reached incredible proportions. Former Soviet generals even managed to sell entire cargo tankers with weapons, tanks, and fighters were sold in South America and Africa. And all this was done illegally. Former Soviet generals sold military equipment as personal items. These facts are very well described in the film Lord of War, where the main role is played by Nicolas Cage. Also, a lot of secret archival materials were sold. Rumors say that the United States was able to buy whole boxes of secret materials about unidentified phenomena after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Also, my grandfather, a Soviet major, took some of the materials home with him, which I found in the basement in 2004. I can't name my grandfather for personal safety. And by the way, these materials are not only from the USSR, but also from South America. Further, a lot will be revealed to you. Let's get back to the topic. During interrogations of people, one of the eyewitnesses named Konstantin Kovalyov from the village of Novaya Vilga, which is located near Petrozavodsk, clearly described this phenomenon. He and his family clearly saw this object that changed shape and glowed incredibly brightly. From Konstantin's interrogation, he says that the object was of incredible proportions. Most of all, it resembled a glowing octopus or jellyfish. The object remained visible for about 20 minutes, from 4 a.m. to 4:20 early in the morning. In the photographs, the object can be seen to resemble a jellyfish. But that is not all. The next day, in many villages, they discovered that all ungulates were dead. Cows, horses, and so on. Mosquitoes and flies also disappeared, and they only appeared the following year. People had headaches that lasted for more than a month, and urination was impaired. The military took some villagers away with them, and as written in the archives, they were kept in special laboratories for examination. It was strictly ordered that no one should talk about this incident. They especially warned the villagers from the village of Novaya Vilga, where this object was very clearly visible. Also, an interceptor plane was raised from the military base in Petrozavodsk, which headed toward the unidentified object. In the reports, the pilot says that he saw a large, luminous object that looked a bit like a jellyfish. He tries to get closer to it, but some energy pushes the plane back. The report also says that the pilot observed violet rays of light emanating from the object. The pilot was ordered to return to base. People in these areas have developed a habit of looking at the sky every night. Now we can say with certainty that this object was of extraterrestrial origin, but where the object came from and why it appeared in Karelia remain a mystery.